It certainly looks like the fool's gold I recognize from finding out
movie with Matthew McConaughey.
about.
Cool.
Okay, 223.4. We're coming down even more. I'm just catching up on the last two. 203.6.
Can you tilt up at all? Or?
I'm moving the vehicle a bit.
Yeah.
$199.6.
So basically you can see that it's quite clear, presumably meaning that it has contacted with seawater and precipitated out some of the stuff that makes it black. So it could be cooler.
135.8, but that might just be catching up with a second ago. Yep. Reference temperature is healthy, 1.7 degrees. Coming back up, 188.3. And I guess, Steve, the philosophy is we'll just kind of hang out and try to see what a max is, roughly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the fish in the cinema cam. Or is that the 3D cam?
That's a big one. The 180?
Yeah, 180.
Yeah.
360, 180, whatever.
Upper cam.
Upper cam. Can you grab a screenshot of that?
No.
I can't.
Steph, I'm seeing 196.3.
Thanks, Jim.
No, we only get shots from
Looks
that.
like the
When we
hole
do a
goes
time
straight
lapse.
And I am logging this as well to a file for
Thanks.
ingestion later.
Some more knowledge from Dr. Katie in the chat.
The black minerals are iron oxyhydrates.
Hydroxides.
Sorry,
Okay.
I'm sped reading. There may be some pyrite. The fluid is not hot enough to precipitate it. Is that just here or at other vents? No, because the other one would.
Steph, 233.3, so we're
back towards our peak.
We're pretty close
it seems to be in the 230, 240 range, right? So
that's
Alright.
yeah. The top readings I'm seeing 237.
Hold it there for a few more minutes.
sure. I think you're in plenty. So that's actually getting a good reading.
Maybe let's get 3 or 4 in a row, and then we'll feel good about that.
Yeah.
Okay. $221. So the last 3 were 233, 233, 221. Steve, let's go for one more, and then you can assess whether that's a decent temperature for a sample.
I think the 237 will. Well, no, it doesn't matter. We're sampling it anyway.
Oh, okay, no matter what.
Yeah.
We're not hunting. Yeah.
No, we know that this is lower.
Oh, okay.
Dr. Katie says 230 to 240 is on par
Okay.
with
So
what they've seen.
it is coming down a bit again, 218.
Yeah.
It's out of the hole.
Yeah.
218 is the time?
218.4, Steph. Yep.
218.
And
Thank you.
yeah, so maybe just ready to go for that gas tight, Steve?
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the gas tight.
Okay.
tight.
Thanks,
Roger.
Jake.
Way to go, Jabbar's V2.
I was just going to
Nice.
say that. Way to go, Jabbar.
And since we got that ground fault on it, Danny, if you wouldn't mind just shutting it off now too.
Yep, shutting it off.
Thank you.
I don't like that my name for it. Did not catch on.
What was
which
your
was
name?
the GEMP probe.
No.
Jump.
No, the temperature probe. Temperature.
Jumperature.
Temperature
Okay,
probe.
go ahead, please. I'll have to tilt down for you.
Are we finished with that probe now?
We might do one more, Steve. Is that right? Some later on the dive, or is
There's 2 more gas tights
2 more? Okay.
All right.
after this. So
There are physically two more gas tights on the port, is what he said.
The maximum number.
He said not
we didn't take the last used one. Used last. We left out.
Yeah, these are all Marvs.
Yeah, I don't know how the hell I'm gonna.
Just probably have to let it go and do its thing. It's going to do its thing.
It is the last dive for the probe. Yeah.
Dr. Katie is applauding you for the reuse of a bars probe, or the repurposing of the bars probe.
Beautiful.
Oh,
I
thanks,
think
Katie.
we're all applauding you for that,
Okay.
Jeb.
Yep.
Well, that
Yeah.
was
Toolbox coming
collaboration
I
with the
wasn't.
ROV team. And Steve,
Yeah.
I was honored that you called me our Bob Meldrum. That was
Oh, yeah. Well, I know Katie spent some close
Hold on,
time
let me rack
in
back.
a titanium ball with him, so
I spent close time in a clean room with him and a seismic vault. So
I knew that you would not be. You'd both be credited,
Do we have
or
two
you both
orange,
feel good
red
about that
gas
Yeah.
tanks?
comparison.
definitely.
Let me give you,
I don't know. Did we already do orange and red?
Yeah.
Did we take it?
It's according to our spreadsheet, yes. Red tape came off on the way to the surface.
And thanks,
know.
Katie, for all your input on the dive plan too.
I mean, we've been taping these on the go since the tape was removed from a lot of them, so somebody just...
So it's possible that this is
Don't
something else.
don't use it first though. Let's use another.
Close the box.
yeah.
'Cause there
close
was
the
a
box
little-
below.
Minor confusion there.
Well, maybe we can have the ROV read the serial number.
We've already used the black one as well, too,
Where's the black one?
at Dante.
No, I know there's no black one on the porch.
Beautiful.
That's not.
Box coming out.
There's no tape on the one on the right.
Looks like black tape.
Oh, around the bottom there. That's just
Yeah.
where it's hose. That's a hose clamp with
Oh,
tape
okay.
over it. That's not marking tape.
So that has no markings.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Silver.
Great.
Steve, do you know what serial number has no markings?
What's your?
There is
Why would
one.
you not
No,
put
I
tape
didn't.
on that?
Actually, there's two here that are blank, but I don't know if that's just because we don't know which ones they have.
To me, it looks like that was just someone put tape on to actually.
On over top of the hose clamp.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
So
we'll see
Doug
if we can
and
get it soon.
Doug and Dirk prepped these.
This is part
But-
of the reason why gas-tight IPPs love working with gas-tight.
Well, especially when
I-
we send them for repair and then our tape gets
I
taken
found
off.
one gas site that doesn't have any number on it at all, but I know it's one of Marv's old ones, maybe
Okay.
7 or something like that. But I have to go way back to do
Maybe,
that.
maybe 7. That's the serial
Yeah.
number we'll give it.
Well, I had
That's
to.
the kind of metadata we like to track.
Well,
Maybe.
it-
I mean, it is what it is, yeah.
it's not
yeah,
stamped.
Yeah.
You have to have all of his gas sites in hand. The one without a number on it.
That's kind of the problem with tape
Okay,
is
I
that
wanna go
it
towards
comes
the
off and we
vehicles
do it
more.
again next cruise. And
We should take
I
a
was
quick.
trying to keep them consistent because I keep track of what the tape colors are on the confluence page.
Yeah, I
So then to reduce confusion, we try to use the same colors time and time again.
Looks like you have to come up a little higher.
But that hasn't necessarily translated to the other shift.
There you go. Oh, down a little bit.
we should try to get a number off of this. It should be red on the top there.
I think if it's one of ours,
Yeah, it's going to be on that top.
it's going to be, yeah,
It's there.
on the other side though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's in the worst spot to read. It's just like blocked by all those bars.
But there was I
I mean, it's fine. We can inspect it when it comes back up.
Yeah, we
and
just really have to
we'll-
make sure that we get it right when
Yeah.
it
but
comes
then
back up.
we would just re-trigger it and it
See
wouldn't
it.
take a new
Talking
sample
bubble.
if we used it.
I mean, I have no way of knowing if we've used this before. I don't know if Cassie maybe wrote down which ones were going on the
Can you zoom on video just a
ship,
little
but
bit
I don't,
there?
or on the ROV, but I don't see anything.
That's great.
No. No metadata on the dive plan. Is there a separate plan
There's a
now
sa-
for the
there's
the
a sample.
metadata?
There's a sample sheet, but I don't know whether
Gotta be farther back.
Steph, are you guys putting the actual serial number or just the colors?
We have the serial number and the device ID and the colors. So we're tracking everything we can in the spreadsheet.
That's good.
So is that, you have that
Almost.
spreadsheet up?
I have it right here.
Okay, so we know if we read this off somehow, we know that it hasn't been sampled already.
Think you're not in the
I mean,
long T handle.
I
spot.
trust the team. I'm
not?
assuming, like, trust that this
No,
hasn't been
not
sampled
quite.
yet.
Yeah, we're gonna double
There was
check
confusion.
that,
I don't have a way of confirming the serial number, the
Well, we'll
device
get
ID
it on
from
camera.
here. Yeah.
We'll get a zoom on the serial number and
I'm
you'll
asking
confirm.
Shore to see if maybe they
No,
talked about it earlier.
I think you're just barely missing it.
no, this was just Doug and Dirk doing it
Really?
last night.
If you
So
give it a smear, it might go.
Was Cassie not around to look at the sheet?
the sheet's right
now?
there. She's got the sheet up.
I know, but so Cassie
There
didn't
you
mark
go.
down the serial number that was going down
I don't know.
and confirm
No, I
that it
don't
hasn't
have
been
any.
sampled.
I don't have any notes here from Cassie saying which ones
Yeah,
went
that's what I was
down.
afraid of.
Yep.
You want to put it back in?
But we'll get a good look at it when it comes up.
Well, maybe Jake, once you have a good grip on that, I understand that's what you're working on, then we'll get a camera zoom on it to try to find the serial number.
Yeah, roger. I don't know. I think it might work.
I think pushing on it's going to twist it. You could probably smear it on the porch.
Yeah, bucks.
Yeah, nothing we can find from the chat.
If you turn it around, you might have gravity help you.
Oh, it's one marked RAS.
I think you got it right there.
Yep.
The serial number?
Give it a
Or
better
the
grip.
Total. Oh,
Yeah, but those come off too. They can be.
I know, yeah, those come off. I know, that was kind of a joke.
Almost there. It's off by like
I mean,
a
I think
centimeter.
this is like a reason why we need good labels like we do on the other devices, or did those not stay on the gas
That's right.
lights either? Those like yellow stickers.
Well, you're sticking them in the hot vents there.
I mean, the tape changing from like expedition to expedition is fine.
I'll back out.
As long as we track it.
Exactly. As long as we
Yeah.
know the serial number, then we can, it doesn't matter if it's blue one year and purple the next.
But we should put that in the actual dive plan, which number it is.
Going down on the porch.
Yeah, and which
the problem
device
is the
ID.
dive plan is often finalized prior to us loading the porch.
Right.
Almost there. So
But-
close.
Well, yeah, I mean,
there it is.
There it is.
They just have to
I'm
get in
sure
touch
Cassie
with the
got
data steward.
pictures of them or wrote them
yeah,
down,
exactly.
but I just don't have that information right now, so.
I don't. Yeah. So we're trying to look at the top. This piece right here. Right here.
Go ahead and zoom video.
Uh,
Yeah.
Okay,
I think it'll be on the other side.
yeah, it's on.
Rotate away from us.
It depends on whether they're Marv's or ours because they marked in different places.
Oh, okay.
That's one of ours, isn't
This
it?
is one of ours, yeah.
Then I don't think it'll be marked there.
Oh, there's a TI right on it. Can we see this? Can we read this label,
There's
please?
a DI. Oh, amazing.
You'll need to read it with a reader.
Well, when they zoom in and the iris adjusts,
Can I zoom?
we'll be able to get it for sure.
Yes, you can zoom.
It's right here
Yeah.
or there.
Upside down,
down.
24861.
And
That's,
it's
Got it.
that's,
Snap number
that's
20.
the
Serial
MTC
number 20.
Oh, okay.
Serial number 20.
Serial number 20.
Why would we
Okay.
put the MTC
That's-
number on it and not the DI on it?
Okay.
That seems crazy.
Well, that one hasn't
wide
been
video?
deployed, so that's good.
All right, great. We're good.
that's all I wanted to know.
You got your pistol grip aim
Great.
in the right spot.
Yeah, I gotta see if I'm gonna.
It's always important to be sure.
Definitely.
What a quote.
Yes, it's quite the wise quote there. Be sure before you jump.
It's always important to be sure.
That's not typically how I operate.
It's often good enough to be
Elbow down and lift
Yep.
up.
whatever.
I'm just very close to the.
I work in
that's
the
what I'm saying, bring
margins
your
of
elbow in.
probable.
Probable.
Yeah.
The margins of probable, is that what you said?
Yeah. The error bars
Yeah.
around probable.
The mustache
go.
box.
Yeah. Just doing it slow.
I don't know what that means, Jeb.
Box and mustache plot? Is that what it's called?
Box and mustache.
What's it called?
Box and whisker.
Box and whisker? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was close.
I like box and mustache better though.
Tilt up.
Yeah, it does seem to have a slight angle that way, so it doesn't.
We'll go in. Just do
Yeah,
a
they'll
little,
rotate. They'll rotate the jaw
no
once
love,
it's in
they'll go right
position.
in. Boing.
A little touchy.
Yeah, you might have
Alright,
to
go
go.
for zoom here. See, that's in there.
No, I think you're just this side of it.
Yeah.
I think you need to go in deeper.
Oh, that looks
There you
pretty
go.
good. I don't know that I want to push my luck any further, because if you chip this away,
Yep,
then it all gets cold again, right?
totally.
Can you go slightly forward or away from the ROV at all? Does that work? Is that going to mess anything up?
Your elbow. There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
I think that's in it.
Now,
Let's call that in.
And now let's get
the
that.
fun part.
We'll get that Orion out.
Yeah, we'll get it.
We can get all the way across the vehicle for this one.
You got the plunger, or we're not using the paddle?
Has the other watch had success with that? We haven't tried it yet. The hockey puck paddle?
I think we've taken 95%
well,
of the gas tights.
Really?
I think they took one gas tight, the other shipped.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I've seen at least one.
They're the pit team.
The what team?
The pit team.
The pit team, yeah, they turned the sub
vehicles
around.
Yeah.
Is that what you've called them?
Can you go wide a little bit, video?
Blue Water Bailey
Yeah.
and the pit crew?
Thank you.
If you bubble right just a hair, you'll see it in bubble too. Yeah. That's nice.
Okay, who's watching the plunger?
Can we get it in? I guess Bubbles got it the best.
Where can we see it exactly? Oh yeah, perfect.
For a slight zoom on. Oh,
Okay, ready?
guess so. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh.
plunged.
That's a gas tight.
That was beautiful.
Nice, Danny.
We deserve that after the
Perfectly-
struggle the other day.
perfectly
Well done.
Okay, we can get another one. So what do you think? Go back, find Chowder Hill,
Am I good?
or and then Norbit
Yeah.
until we get pulled out.
Yeah,
Am I okay to remove it?
I like that.
Gas site? Just
You can
confirming?
see that O-ring quite high.
Yep, you can remove.
Roger, thanks, Steve.
And this can go in the starboard box.
Thank you, gas tight gods.
Yeah. you got redeemed there, Danny, from from the last one. Was really a tough one.
Well, we know the
you made it-
geometry of the arm now, and we know what we need to
Are we
do.
putting this in the starboard box?
Yes, starboard box.
Okay, box coming out.
Made it all worth it with the sample, Danny.
Me and the Orion have a lot of hours together.
Can you give, actually I got it.
You need Sabo?
I'm just gonna do the other camera.
Gotcha.
Are we gonna get another sample here, or is just the one?
Just the one here, and
Okay.
we're going to go to Chowder Hill.
Chowder.
That's
Yeah.
a gas tight that makes a sample. That one shows when it's pressed.
Yes. Yeah, those others speculating. Did it move a millimeter? It moved. No, maybe. It moved.
Looks like you have a pistol in your hand.
Well, you know what's interesting though is that that's an ONC gas tight, and those just had their springs stiffened, and yet the plungers are still much easier. So
Well, I
wonder
gave
if
it
we
a
have
a
to-
good whack with the big side of the piston
Yeah,
on the Orion. That was
Hopefully
full
it hasn't
horsepower.
already
well, you can see how much
taken
moved.
on water.
It moved the other arm quite
Yeah.
a bit,
I
right?
was worried
Yeah.
how close the craft was into the vehicle, but it actually worked out pretty nicely. Going straight across like that.
Yeah, especially with the views we had.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I lined up that Orion so good.
Getting better by the day with that thing.
Well, it helps when you know the geometries of an arm. It's like turning a craft into a dumb arm and then knowing how it reacts.
All right, are the arms stowed?
Go wide video?
Yes.
So we want to drift away here as carefully as possible.
Yes.
And then once you're clear and happy, we'll plot a course to the southeast.
Okay, everything looks good. We're good to fly away? Are you wide video?
We're ready when you are.
Yeah, I'm full wide except the
Okay.
vignettes.
Oh, I know what's going on.
Got the parking brake on?
No, I've got the HD manual zoom kicked in.
Ah.
Okay, so I'm pulling away very slowly.
So I'm not sure what we have for best nav here.
So based on the paper map, it looks like Chowder should be about 130 meters southeast of here.
And it'll be down a hill and up a hill,
And we do have this
sonar target.
sort of temporary Atalanta sonar target, which kind of tracks with where we might expect Chowder to be.
Okay, so I'm right in front of.
And there's
So we're gonna go
the other
southeast?
thing we might see is that hole 858 G there is a corked hole. So it should show up, which is slightly more southeast east.
Can you give me my other camera back, please?
Steve, how come there doesn't seem to be any life
Okay,
on
pilots,
this?
when you're ready for a southeast move,
Like
let
as
me
compared
know.
to
South.
the other vents.
Southeast.
Ask Katie.
That's gonna be your. It's gonna be your go-to.
You want to come around to the southeast?
I think she
Coming around.
most of her work here, so I mean there is a lot of life there, but if you're on that thing that's anhydrite that cools down and falls apart,
It's going to be down
you're not going to be up there for
Yeah,
very long,
you're gonna
so
have
it's
to spin
not going to.
Atlanta around too.
But
Yep.
why speculate?
I just gave you almost a full tether wrap.
Get the expert answer.
Southeast 135, does that seem like a
Yeah,
good?
140,
140?
something like that.
135, 140, something
Yeah.
of that nature.
Yep. You ready?
Yep.
Okay. Bridge nav. Can we have 30 meters 140, please? Thank you.
And I know there's some comments. Folks are saying that they're wondering where the video will be later, and that's available on our CTube channel, Ocean Networks Canada CTube. So it'll be there, as well as through OET. So you can look for it there as well.
Very nicely done there, Jake.
It seems that
You too, Danny.
That was fun.
Teamwork.
I think this means that. Oh, you're right, Tom. I think those are sample points. So that must be that's probably where we are now. So it's pretty well straight east, maybe.
We can pull it in.
I know that's what they say, the mound,
Yeah,
but
good call, good call.
that, I think, that's a sample.
I'm just going to tilt down so I can see the
Yep. There we go.
jewelry while I tilt in.
Yep. And, then
And
we
this
can
one has a
HD
sample up here.
Extend. Okay, go ahead.
So Katie says,
Can we turn our downlights off as well?
Downlight's coming off.
she's not sure. There has been some life at Chowder Hill, clams and squat lobsters, which those would be good in a chowder. So life colonization results pending.
Squat lobster chowder.
Sounds good.
Well, it's almost certainly the fact that it falls down all the time that,
Is there like clams there or something?
and it's
Is that what's
leaking
going
out.
I
That's
assume
our-
so.
That's
Chowder?
our theory, Jake, is that
Want to come down, Jake?
Chowder
Going
Hill
down.
is. Darn, I was hoping that rock would come up. Chowder Hill is so named because of the clam chowder. And I have heard, Lynette, that squat lobsters, being a crab species, are kind of like shrimp.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been told that some shrimp catchers, will eat them.
Okay.
That's what I said too.
I think we redeemed that that tower falling over a little bit.
Yeah, I think these are the vents here. That's a vent there, and then I see a vent underneath there. That must be where we're at. So yeah, southeast gets us to that one.
Okay.
Bridge nav. Can we have another 30 meters 140? Thank you.
Steve, I'm thinking we can sort of track the bottom here as well to sort of help us navigate. So we can look at Herc depth as we come down the hill, because then we should sort of start heading back up again at some point.
Yep.
If we don't, then we've kind of missed the mound, right?
Yep. And look for this target over this way.
Atalanta has a
I'm
big
guessing
target.
we were there near hole 1036A.
Does that look like a solid target in Atalanta, Jake?
Looks maybe like a hill. Is there chowder on it? I don't know.
Yeah.
Right. Sonar. Thank you.
I'm gonna wait for Atalanta.
I mean, Atalanta's got a pretty big target pretty far away.
Yeah.
Is that what you were talking about?
Yep.
Sorry.
20, 40, 60, 80 meters.
I'm sure you've said this, but I'm slow on the uptake. Each ring is 20 meters?
On the left
On
sonar.
the left side, yeah. On the
On the-
right side, it's 10.
Okay, thank you.
You can play on blue. Oh.
Get in the box. Get in the box, Herc. Don't put me in a box. Whose cinema cam's got a fish? Oh.
Report's back.
Wanna do a gauge check?
Oh, yeah.
Bridge nav. Can we have another 30 meters 140? Thank you.
That better?
Those look like more of those anemones.
And then an enemy.
We got to see if they have a buddy.
Oh yeah, 2 of them.
Yeah, we got to see if they have buddies.
Oh, if they have like an ice pod buddy.
Yeah, all the ones I've seen have an isopod buddy. We could be onto something. Also, there's a stick on the, maybe a sea pen on the right.
Oh yeah, I see it. Probably a sea pen.
For sea memos.
Sorry?
For sea memos.
Yes.
Though these are different types than the one that had the isopod.
Yeah, it looks like it.
So never mind, no isopods for you.
Well, we don't know.
What's
Right?
in between the anemones? Is that like a snail?
Yeah, that looks like a snail. Yep.
Go ahead, video.
Ooh, it's maybe like a whelk. It's got like a decorative shell. Cool.
Yeah, there's 3 anemones.
There is?
Yeah, there's the 2 ones that are open, and then just where that brittle star is, just above it, there's one, but it's like closed. We can just see it.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Kind of covered in dirt.
No, it's just above those 2 mounts. It's just in the view now.
What we thought
Yeah,
was the
see
whelk
it?
is just
It's
a
next to the other
baby
big one.
Oh, I
anemone.
thought it was a snail, but it's an anemone. You're right.
I
Yeah,
thought it was a snail too.
looks like the same one.
Go ahead, video. All kinds of life down here. Life finds a way.
Yeah, this checks, because now we're going back up.
Bridge
So you hit
nav.
the low spot. Pretty much halfway in between
20140,
the 2
please.
targets. Yeah.
Thank you.
It's-
Oh, Fabio got back to me on the woolly bear things.
I saw in
In the chat, yes.
In the
Apparently
chat.
they're not woolly bears. They're
fuzzy bears was
fuzzy
the
bears. Excuse me.
correct term.
Fuzzy. Pardon me. It's my first day. But apparently there's scale worms, and scale worms get, some of them get fuzz on them, and some of them don't. And then when they're really pink, it's because they've just shed.
Whoa, so they're always in a stage of going from pink to fuzzy, and then
I
they
guess so.
shed back to pink again?
Yeah.
Very strange. Didn't see any half fuzzy, you know, like we didn't see that they were either no fuzz or all fuzz.
Maybe it's a seasonal
in the
thing.
still we had. Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder
They're
what
all
the point
reaching
of
their
the fuzz
shedding
is.
point.
I don't know. I had one paragraph, but the thing that I thought was cool was that they are named, their nomenclature includes Tunnicliffe, so they were named after Verena.
Video, you zoomed out.
Yep. I just vignette.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Would you rather have me here?
No, it's okay. You can go back in. I just was wondering where my porch was, that's all. But I'm going uphill, so that's what's going on.
Gotcha. What's that floating black thing?
Seems like we're almost losing the target as we approach it.
There's,
Maybe Atalanta has to come up a little.
well, if you look in the cinema cam,
Yeah, no, I think you're going in the right place. It's just funny. I think Atalanta's maybe too low to hit the target. It just looks like a mound. Although I don't see a wellhead anywhere.
Could be we're on the south side of the mountain. That's what I'm thinking. And the wellhead is on the north side. Like
Yeah.
we're heading up eastward, but on the south.
Is this gonna look like all like the other corks that we see, like a wellhead like that big?
Yeah.
I mean, that would be
Yeah, it's got to show up.
huge. Those are huge.
Are these tube worms, Steve?
Looks like it.
Huh.
Look at this guy. It's just
So it's more
basking.
stable here, I guess.
What is that, AJ, you think?
It looks like a crab of some sort, just basking in the sunlight.
The sunlight.
The sunlight, yes.
Basking in its just basically heat from the seafloor.
Looks like another anemone.
Maybe a sea star? It's a thing.
Could we be on this mound, or is that a pit, you think?
It's hard to tell, isn't it? But
Yeah.
I think on the other map it shows it was sampled. So meaning that I think it might be the other way. There you go. See, I think those triangles mean sampled.
well, this mound is not much on it.
Yeah.
Everywhere it goes down.
Dr. Kate says it'll look similar.
Yeah. Huh. Nothing on Herc sonar, eh?
How far south do you want me to go?
I wonder if we've missed it to the south. I think you should maybe go
north. Direct.
I don't know about direct, but northeast maybe? Like if we've come down, if this is, it's either that or that.
Or we
So
just
maybe we have to go
Oh, yeah,
east or northeast.
that makes more sense.
Yeah,
We somehow got into some sort of bump there.
yeah. I think we missed it to the south, so I think we want to go north.
Okay. Northeast or north?
Northeast.
Well, maybe just go, can you go just like to Atalanta and then east of Atalanta?
Yeah, there's 20 meters east of Atalanta. There seems to be a
Yeah,
target. So if
yeah.
Hercules comes back and drives northeast, it should be. We
Yeah.
should have the scope to investigate that target right now.
Beautiful, let's do that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jake.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking of. Just Jake beat me to it. Want to turn Atalanta around and follow me?
Yep.
It does seem that should be higher than that. We definitely didn't do that.
No, yeah. No, there's definitely a big hill around here somewhere. We just have to find it. This doesn't look like high enough either. Gotta find another hill.
I think we should have, if we would have continued with the Norbit survey, that would have solved.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I think
Maybe ahead to the. I see it.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's cool. In
I think that's where we
Cinemacam.
just came from.
No,
No?
we're nowhere near where we just came from.
Oh,
Look at your snail trail in green.
oh yeah.
Right here.
Oh look, another bucket.
Looks
Doesn't
like something.
This doesn't seem to
doesn't
be
seem
Chowder
like
Hill,
Chowder Hill though.
but it's something.
Well, we'll see if Katie has the video stream.
Hello.
Mini Spire.
Mini
Steve.
Spire, yeah.
Would these still be referred to as hydrothermal vents, or are these different?
No, these are hydrothermal vents. Yep.
Smoking.
We're not sure. We don't think so.
In general, most of them are more like this than we have a particularly spectacular group at Endeavour.
It's quite small, this one.
So this is actually the norm.
Yep.
Huh.
What does that mean?
What?
Oh, it's the R. Okay. I was like, what's
Here
going
again.
Well, this is definitely diffused, has mixed with seawater, I think. It's got that clear, but where is it getting the seawater? I guess it's coming in through the mound.
Katie doesn't recognize it. So where could we be on this map if we went southeast from what we think was dead dog? This could be this little guy. If we maybe go straight east from here, if they sampled it, this unnamed small mound. Does Atalanta have any sonar targets to the east? I don't know if you might need to bring Atalanta up a bit, because I think it's just hitting slope. Can we, Steve? Do you want to do anything here?
I'm thinking, where's the ship headed to now? It's not moving at all, right?
Correct.
Sorry, I'm coming up a little bit.
So we'd have to do a ship move to get more northeast?
I mean, yeah, we need a ship move to go anywhere.
Yeah.
But I'd like to see if Atalanta can paint some clear targets from here.
Didn't really see anything east. It came up. And about 10 meters and everything kind of disappeared. So
I think you're just hitting. I think you're hitting dirt. If Herc comes up, can you come up a bit?
It's 7:30, so we still have time. So I guess we could go, because this would be quite low temperature.
This looks so fragile.
Yeah, it does. It looks like a breathe on it. And it's
That looks like popcorn
over.
chicken.
Yeah, we'd have to knock
Ready
it
to
over,
explode.
and that's, 3 days into MPA.
Yeah, I'd be worried about going anywhere near this one.
Yeah, that's why I'm getting some panoramics, and that's about it.
I'll take some stills.
So maybe we should continue on where we think we should
East.
find a,
Yeah, I think we should
a
go.
wellhead.
I think we should go east. Although then we're coming back to the original,
Back and down.
That's right.
false Chowder Hill.
backing down.
Yeah.
All right, I'm coming up a little bit.
I'm just surprised we can't nail that wellhead with a,
With the sonar.
Can we,
I think it's well up above us.
Can we maybe try this direction a little bit if you're looking at the HIPAC screen?
Yep.
Because if you, I mean, I don't know how much you trust this paper map, but
We don't.
we don't at all.
No,
Well,
it's the only one we have.
That's all we've got.
I think we could, without a ship move, just sort of
Yeah.
swivel over here.
That's
and
what
take
I've
a look.
Sure.
What do you want to do?
I'm good with that.
If we look kind of in this ballpark.
Straight
So
north
to
of
the
Atalanta. Northwest.
Yeah, northwest.
I don't care. Whatever you want. Do you want to go first? Sure.
Like the same, like that direction right there?
Soon,
Right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
as soon as possible. But right now we're kind of
We're hunting.
hunting. We got this. It's it's in the. No, we're hunting and we got the smell in
back,
our
we'll switch
teeth
out.
and or whatever. I don't know how to. I think I might be getting tired.
You tired? I haven't noticed.
$20.40.
Swing Atalanta, head around, please, when you get a chance.
Roger.
Not looking real promising, is it?
No, it's looking like
This
another round.
direction.
Are we exploring?
Yeah. Still trying to find the lost Chowder Mountain.
Are we positive that the one that we sampled was dead dog and not chowder?
We're pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah, I think Katie, who was on the stakeholder chat, had been here and ID'd it as dead dog.
Roger.
There is a sonar target off there.
Mind you, these things do change, so, and there is a sonar target directly ahead of Atalanta, which
That's
is
back where we came.
Yeah, that's back
That's
where
the
we
old
came.
one.
20, 40, 60.
That's
the
pretty
one.
much the one we sampled.
Atalanta's pointing northwest right now. Atalanta's pointing northwest, and that's the target there. So
We've been there already. Looks
Yeah.
like.
yes, we have.
The point target is what I'm thinking of, which is slightly, what's that, 20, 40, 60.
70.
See that bright spot there? Keeps on showing up.
Yeah, that crosses our, if you look at our track lines on the nav screen.
Okay, yeah, it moved.
Maybe we've been there. I don't know.
Looks like we've been there.
No, maybe not. Atlanta's pointed. Atlanta's not pointed there.
325.
Katie said they went northeast, and circled around from the north, and then they were able to see the wellhead.
Yeah,
So
we could be still too south.
yeah, I also think because I think we might be in a valley, and we might not be hitting the wellhead because it's up a hill. So it could just be too far above us. Like Atalanta's sonar isn't picking anything up because it's just seeing hillside everywhere. I wonder, is the wellhead right at the very tippy top of the hill?
No, it's. I thought it was supposed to be.
Well,
Why do I keep looking at this? I want this
I'm
map.
at the end of my leash.
You are at the end of your leash.
I should be
I
on this
come
side
down
of it,
5.
though.
Shoot. All right. Where would we like to go from here?
Yeah, I'm looking at the. And
How,
the nav's been right on. Like we're getting good solid USBL hits, right? There's no plume stuff messing us up at all.
would it take us very long to
Correct.
bring Atalanta up in the water column to watch the sonar and see if we get a really strong target off of a wellhead?
No, not long at all. I just pull on this lever here and it comes up.
Can we do that?
Pulling.
Because then if we, then maybe we should
Back.
fly into a quick Norbit scan of the whole thing.
Ain't
Not
coming.
necessarily a
I
survey.
think we're right in the middle of a mess. There's
Just
just
come up,
hills on
Danny.
all sides of
Coming
us.
up.
Right, so if we Norbit it, we might
Yeah.
get a picture that fits in with that.
We could, but if we want to Norbit it, we got to start.
can
Unless
start
we want to
anywhere.
do, unless we just want to do a Norbit spin.
We
or
don't even
something.
need to record it. Like, well, we want to record it.
The old Norbit spin. It's my favorite
Pulling me
maneuver.
up.
Well, that Norbit
gonna
spin,
have
that
to
makes
come up
sense.
faster. Turn off your Z bias. Need to be cleaned off anyways. Got all junk all over the vehicle. Auto wash.
We're talking about it, but we haven't decided yet. We're just using the Mesotech sonar on Atalanta right now.
Okay, Atlanta's 50 meters up. Poor Danny's getting drug all over the seabed. But
That's a good point. Katie thinks it might be Inspired Mound, which could be,
So
but it doesn't line up with the track that we just did before. So we should have seen the wellhead on that other track.
I mean, to get from Dead Dog to Inspired, we would have had to have passed right by Chowder Hill. Right? Like
Yeah, but maybe we have to be up here somewhere.
straight east of Dead Dog?
Yeah. Well, it's sort of like that.
Yeah, I wonder
If
what
that's
if,
that.
what if this was Dead Dog that we saw?
I first thought it was
and
that.
now we've come down here somewhere.
Now we're all, yeah. And it's, oh, sorry, man.
we're at Norbit.
I don't know if that was you or if it was
Altitude.
just reloading. Ah, that was me. What is going on?
If you
I
want to
just lost
spin, we
my,
could do a real slow spin.
my header bar. Steve, what did you do? There we go.
So we're now thinking we maybe could do a pass towards in the north-northeast kind of direction. North or north towards the latitude of Dead Dog Hill, where we put Dead Dog Hill.
Norbit pass or just head up there?
Just head up there.
Roger. Coming back down, Danny.
Okay, so we're going back down to depth.
Roger.
Okay, north-northeast of Dead Dog Hill?
North-northeast of us
East
now,
of Dead Dog.
and directly east of Dead Dog.
Okay, so north of us.
Yeah.
Roger. Okay, I'll start the ship moving north.
Roger.
Thank you.
Bridge nav. Can we have 40 meters north, please? Thank you.
Okay.
You're 23 meters up. You can full thrust down for a minute. And let go of it about 10 meters. Just hold in full down, Danny.
Okay.
I'll let go of it about 10. It'll slow down before you hit the seabed. Dial your Z bias back in.
Well, we don't really know where we are on this map, so that's the problem. We may be
20 meter delta in the sweet spot. Might have it to goose it a little and find clear water.
something has disappeared off this.
You're in the sweet spot there. You got a little more leash if you want. Probably not much. The reason I keep that 20 or so, I have enough leash to do my plus minus 90. Or change my head a little into the breeze if I want to look at something. It's pretty flat here. I'll come down a little more, give you a little more leash. Make it 15. Good practice while you're waiting around. You can practice just barely touching. Like I'll come down just till I see the vehicle stop moving.
Yeah.
And I'll pick something halfway between the, I'll tilt down a little maybe and.
I was doing that quite a bit earlier.
Yeah.
What a mighty fine set of lasers you got there.
The more you do it, the better you'll get at it. And then when we're doing it on the fly, it won't be any drama.
Oh, I understand.
If you let Atalanta get a little closer, you can practice the pirouettes as well. The half zoomed in ones.
What's on our right? Is that anthropomorphic debris? Kind of triangular looking thing?
Want lights?
Yeah, give me some lights.
Yeah, beauty. Now if Ashley does a laser zoom, so if he zooms in halfway.
Go ahead and zoom.
We somehow lost all that stuff there. That's not there, so I don't know.
Go ahead and zoom.
I just went back to a previous version.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So that's my favorite zoom right there because
So
you
we
have the
may have-
lasers
We
still
may
in
have
the
taken
picture.
this as that dead dog instead of this as dead dog.
Cucumber
And so
looks
now
good.
we're figuring it, we went way down here past everything.
You see where it is in
And this is
relation to
the,
your porch.
so we're heading
It's
back
half-
that way.
Exactly halfway between the lasers
To
and
there.
the porch. In the overview cam.
Yeah. That's about where I am.
Yeah, that's a perfect spot right there. So it's about as close to the porch as you can get.
So
Still got
somewhere
the
there.
lasers in the picture. You zoomed in enough to see all the, you get that pop.
We sort of gone here, so, and didn't pick anything up on the sonars.
Now the next level is the pirouette around it at that zoom level. And it's a lot easier because it's right in front of the ROV.
So you just watch it in your down cam.
Yeah. If you're barely landed, also one of the things you can do, pop auto heading off and try and do a very slight adjustment with the ROV instead of the camera. Like say you wanted to center it up or it was moving.
Okay, go wide video. Go take a look at that thing that
Yep. Well, it's the only one. We just hit something just now. Yep.
There is a target 60 meters out that we haven't been to yet. Maybe.
That seems to line up with what we're considering the wellhead to be.
Yeah, doesn't look like a wellhead, but
directly straight ahead of us.
Yep.
Straight ahead of Atalanta.
Is that human-made
Oh,
something?
well, maybe not. Then Atlanta's off to one. Yep, tons of human-made stuff here.
huh, looks like a chunk of metal.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And my dust cloud's coming.
Gusset?
Duster.
Oh, what happened? Your lasers came back.
We fixed them.
Wow.
Do we want to try to explore that target that's showing up 60 meters ahead of Atalanta?
Ready, Jake? Yeah.
Atalanta's
Hurry up, 'cause I'm hungry.
315, so that's not really the direction we were thinking of going.
Okay. Well, the ship is stopped right now. Atalanta still has some swing, but if you want to keep moving in another direction, we can start that.
I think we're trying the northeast kind of direction from our original point, so the same kind of direction we've just gone.
We just did a north move.
Yep, on the ship, but yeah, the RV went northeast roughly, a little bit. So continue north to about the latitude of the Dead Dog Hill.
Roger.
On your map.
Yep.
We're still looking?
Still looking.
Exploring.
So when they were there last, they basically left Dead Dog Hill, where we sampled, went northeast around and located the wellhead, and then climbed up Chowder Hill.
They went northeast from Dead Dog.
Yeah, so I think we've been too far south.
Interesting. Okay.
Huh.
Yeah, that's not what this map shows at all. Okay, we'll keep moving north. Bridge nav. Can we have another 40 meters north, please? Thank you.
True explorers make maps, not follow them.
Should we pull out the Norbit and pull it from our bag of tricks?
They had a Norbit opportunity. They declined. They want to go look around. You're floating up there, matey. Just got a Z-bias turned out.
What's up with the lasers?
I turned them on. Danny was doing practice.
Oh.
Trying to get familiar with where to land to be able to get the sweet zooms.
Yep.
What's on this hill? A little micro vent. Might be a little micro vent there.
Oh, I want to get greedy.
Interesting little depression here with a bunch of, well, Megan might know. Could that be a hole at some point a long time ago, 90s?
I wonder
Right
if the
there,
big-
right in front of us.
Yeah, there's some sort of, it's hard. It's disturbed.
It's disturbed. I would expect a bit more, though,
Yeah.
depending on how deep they went.
Do you think that's another bucket on the left?
Oh, what's our height here?
Yes.
It is a bucket.
You think these are tailings from a test hole?
I'm just asking.
Yeah, it could. I mean, it could be.
Looks like some possible bacterial mat up there.
So put the cinema cam focus.
It's an autofocus vent.
So they actually had to plug one of these holes, not with a cork, but with some other thing to, because
It must have been a cased hole that they plugged, though.
yeah,
Yeah.
Pump mud
they had
back
some,
into it.
I don't know what it looks like, something to try to,
Some kind of packer, probably.
I think there's a little flow right there.
Looks shimmery.
Yeah, it does.
Telltale stuff growing on it.
And I do think that's a bucket. It's a lot of buckets.
so if we don't find it up here, it might make sense to go into an orbit mode and do a scan of the whole area.
Yeah, just do like a turnaround, just looking for that cork, you mean?
Yeah, we can't even find the cork. So that's kind of, we should be able to pick that up,
Ready for downlights?
Yeah.
but we're still not quite there.
I can give you a little more if you want. Come down to single digits if you want.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a fish. Right on your porch?
Hey Steve, can you touch the focus on the cinema camera?
I think Jeb is touching away.
Touch away. Oh, beautiful.
Well, I don't know how to use it, so.
Press
It
focus.
looks like it's in it's getting in focus.
There's
more.
you can,
You got it.
if you do me a favor and take a photo with it as well, it'd be great.
Yeah.
What is that?
Oh, there's a little bit of a delay, I guess. Okay. Take photo.
It's not quite focused,
No? Okay.
but Jake has lined it up beautifully for the...
It is quite nice.
Yes, we can zoom, Ashley, if you wouldn't mind.
Maybe I'm adjusting the wrong thing.
Whoa.
So the screen I'm looking at, Dan, is the one closer to you in the bottom right of the quad. Is that the one we're looking for?
Yeah,
Okay.
if you push on that focus knob. for
Oh,
a
on the
second.
knob. Okay, I was pushing
Yeah.
on the screen.
Well, the screen does a pretty good job too.
in theory, if you push on it while you're holding it, it autofocuses, and then when you let go, it grabs that.
Okay. Is that close? It looks
that
decent
looks
to
good.
me. I can try again. I'll take a photo there. And I'll hold it in again and see if it settles in somewhere else.
You can also twist the knob a little bit, and it will focus in or out. That's manual focus.
Gotcha. It seems like it was pretty close in there.
Yeah.
Let's go back to auto here for a second.
The way I understand it, it's only auto while you're holding it down. When you let go, it goes back to manual.
I see. It doesn't appear to be responding to either at the moment.
I think you rotate and then you press.
Yeah, so I'm spinning it quite a bit and nothing's happening.
Yeah, you have to press to catch that.
It's also set to ignore commands from
inexperienced users?
Well, if you send a whole bunch of commands, so every time you do that, you're sending a wget or a HTTP request.
Okay.
So if you send a whole bunch, the camera gets stuck on stupid.
Right. Well, I don't want to hold everybody up, Steve. If you know how to do it, you can go for it.
We're waiting for Atalanta, so you're not holding anything up.
Okay. Play with it a little bit more.
Yeah, basically you got to play with it till you get what you want.
Yeah.
Ooh, squatties. 3 squatties.
Yeah. So we should mark this as a diffuse venting site of some sort, I guess.
You want to probe it?
I don't think, well.
If we can get a position, though, of it.
Position. Probe, probably take too long. No, this is just a nice little diffuse venting site we parked on as we wait for Atalanta to bow out.
Thanks, Lynette, I got it.
Okay, excellent.
We're still doing the same thing we were talking about before. So now we're getting near level with dead dog. It's not showing up on anything.
Come up a bit here.
So continue going up here, and then come up and do an orbit.
If we don't see anything.
A spinning orbit.
A spinning orbit.
Did we get our position, Lynette?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
For spinning an orbit first, and then if
see what it looks like, and
if there's nothing,
it's not discernible, we do a grid.
Do a smaller, maybe not the whole 100, 200 meter grid, but you know, whatever. Yeah.
Something like that. Spiral.
Sure.
Spiral pattern. What was the word that we learned yesterday for mowing the lawn?
I can't remember. I'm going to look it up again. I'm going to have to check the history.
Boomhauser?
Something like that.
What?
I'm going to have to look. I was asking last night. I was like, what is this?
Coming up. So we're coming up to 30 to do an orbit spin. Is that what I'm hearing?
No, we're going to get to the
continuing.
Get to the where we're going first.
Roger.
Which was, you know, stretched out from the tail of the ship now.
Roger.
Oh, boostrohedron. Boostohedron, that's what it was.
I was close with Boomhausen.
Yeah,
okay,
totally.
We gotta put that in the Norbit SOP, because we'll forget.
Boostrohedron.
A boostrohedron. Let's come up and do a boostrohedron.
So Katie has kindly provided us with a picture of the plug.
You get
cool.
it there?
Yeah.
How tall is this one?
We don't know where we are. We have no information for you.
Exploratory mode.
Yeah, the paper map that we have doesn't have heights of the mounds. It's got ISO lines or bathy lines with no unit of measurement next to them. But
there is some in there.
Yeah. Oh, is there?
Yeah, there are 2 meter contours, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, they're not very.
I stand corrected. Oh yeah, this one does. The one I was looking at before didn't.
Yeah, we lost. We erased that guy somehow, or I did when I leached over. I had to go back and get a previous revision of.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Some more hash coming up.
So in theory, if it was that one, move straight across.
I mean, how do you lose a cork like this?
I don't know.
We found a lot of buckets,
We found a lot of buckets.
but no huge
Oh, where'd it go?
corks.
What?
Oh, it's in the studio. They borrowed it when Megan was doing her thing. It's
What?
in the studio.
Megan, what were they doing
Anyways.
with buckets? Why were they throwing buckets over? Sinking buckets.
ODP buckets.
I have no idea.
And beer bottles. What were they doing with beer bottles?
That one I have a theory.
I have no knowledge of anything
Oh,
related
look,
to
Jake,
beer bottles.
it's a headless chicken.
Monster.
A headless chicken monster, otherwise known as a swimming sea pig.
I don't know if that's worse or better.
Oh,
Where'd you go? You went. You
It's a big
zagged.
fish.
I saw it sonar. It was this little mound.
Roger. Would you like me to turn to look? On just, we're tail to tail right now.
That's a cinema cam shot. All right.
Chowder Hill.
Oh, what are these little vents here?
Science under the science folder under Middle Valley.
What, the map?
So a tail to tail? Yeah, you can bring it back around. Heading to the north, I think. Got half of
We
that.
sampled.
Okay, you'll catch up to me here in a minute. Another bucket? Yeah, there was a few of those.
They lost a lot of buckets. This must have been an expensive cruise.
That's probably back in the day where they didn't care, they just threw stuff over the side.
You'd still think you'd like your bucket budget would go pretty quickly.
Mystery of the lost homo bucket.
So we've seen no targets anywhere on sonar, right? Any, that stuff on the Atalanta doesn't look like wellheady, really hard hit? Are we climbing another hill?
This is a small hill. I'm gonna pull you a bit.
I think the stuff that we're seeing to, oh, we're not
This is the
seeing it
extent
anymore.
of this hill.
The stuff that was showing up to Atalanta's, well, it was showing up west of Atalanta. I think that's what we've identified as dead dog.
Yeah. So we've covered this area. So I so I think we've decided that maybe it's more advantageous to do an orbit survey around this area. How's everybody set for that? What
Do
are the?
we have a goal, like a direction or area we want to cover? Like,
We,
I think you want to go up and do a pirouette.
So we could start with a pirouette and then use that to set some sort of grid.
Okay, stand by. Nav is going to hand over, so I think before we make a huge plan, let me just hand over what I know so far to Rennie, and then y'all can coordinate.
Okay. But we can...
I can take this back now. Actually, wait, let's make this.
Engine.
Yeah, engine. No, it's just pinging.
I don't have bubble in any view, do I? Jake.
What?
Jake, can you give me bubble cam in like deck view or something? Like down here?
Oh yeah, why is a deck view there?
Perfect. Oh, beautiful. Someone messed with the settings again.
Settings of what?
Oh. Looks like we got 3, 2.5, 7.5. Stupid autofocus. Six point five, 6.5, 6. 6.566.
A million? I want in on that million. Okay, cool.
Oh, sorry. Oh, you're setting up the...
Just a quick scan. While they do their handover, we can just do a quick scan.
Do a real slow pirouette.
Yeah.
So putting Atalanta at 50 and Herc at 30 is what we did earlier.
30?
Yeah.
I gotta take this back again. That's broke. Why do I not see it? Oh, there it is.
So Argus is at, or Atalanta is at 50.
Okay,
How do you want to handle this, Renato?
I'm online here. Let me just see what,
Take your time.
yeah.
Kind of coming up, getting all prepared to do it. Seems like they were pretty adamant on that's what they wanted to do, so.
Yeah,
It's not recording, it's just
yeah.
pinging.
It's not behaving this the way I would expect. I'm gonna close our viz.
All right.
Rennie, can you drop a position for me when we start?
Yeah, I'm gonna find out what we're doing.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna grid this smaller because we're and I'm gonna name it just Middle Valley. How about that? Instead of Middle Valley Transect.
Hey, Rennie.
Want to name it Chowder Hill Search or something? I don't know. Or
Sorry?
Cork Search? I don't know. Something.
Rennie, when you're ready,
Yes.
just let me know. We just want to walk you over a bit of a plan for a survey that we want to do.
Okay, yeah. One second.
I'm holding at 30 meters altitude.
Okay, now Arvis is back online. It's pretty diffuse venting now, so I don't think we need to have the water column up. Like I don't think we're gonna see anything
I
in
don't
the
think
water.
so.
Yeah. Okay, back row.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ready.
So, I don't know if you have access to this map. Maybe I can bring it
Is
to
it
you.
this one?
Yeah, that's the one.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of want to do a survey, an orbit survey of that entire area.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're not 100% sure where we are right now. So if we cast the net a little wider than the map, that's probably a good idea.
So the scale you'll see at the bottom. So if we wanted to get the full north-south extent, might be a little bit of time. We know where we found one vent, right? Yeah, we're unsure if it's one of the named vents and which named vent it is.
Yep.
But we found a vent, so we could.
So it's looking. Oh yeah, just you mean as a reference point, right?
Yeah.
The one that was sampled, you mean? Ready?
Yes.
Yeah. I think they were thinking that was dead dog, right?
Do we know that it's dead dog?
I don't know that we know much.
Katie seemed pretty confident. That's all we're kind of going off of, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the structure on top of it was indicative of dead dog.
5 more meters.
Yeah.
I think she called it a beehive.
Yeah, I think that's what she was saying.
Yeah.
The nice thing is we have the ability to turn the lights on with this Norbit survey.
So, which direction would you like me to start first?
Okay, you are currently
Hang on, I'll
down.
bring this up.
I mean, it doesn't matter. We're gonna do the whole section. So whichever way kind of makes more sense. You've got a good idea of.
Here, Dirk. Where are we right now in reference to that dead dog where we surveyed?
We're just about due east of it by 90 meters.
Okay.
I mean, we wanna do the whole area. So I think wherever the survey makes sense to start, right?
Yeah, we're kind of in the middle of it, so I'm just trying to figure out how best to do it.
Oh yeah, it's really cool. You can easily see where the little bumps are.
Hmm.
Well, we found a vent. Why don't we? Why don't we just go just west, and we'll kind of cut across, because we know we'll map the one vent.
Yeah, and if we find that we're not quite where we thought we were, we can always keep, do a couple more passes towards the south or whatever.
Sure.
And one of the big landmarks we'll look for is that cork.
Okay.
Which should be south of us.
Okay.
It's okay, Katie.
And I would guess we would see it on Norbit and maybe Atalanta sonar.
Okay.
I mean, it does.
What's
yeah.
that?
Looks like we haven't been. I think
bit-
everything's up here, because looks like that's where the action is, off to our east, or off to our port side.
I mean, just the orientation of this, I would want to run it north-south, but because we're really unsure of where we are, so let's maybe just run west, and we'll
Okay.
cover something.
There's something that just popped up there.
Yeah, it looks like
And
we've
it's
done a
also
lot
in
of
the
exploring down in the southeast here when the Norbit's saying there's stuff up in the northwest.
Yeah, so Jake just saw something.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
actually, that's really hard to say. It's at the outer edge beams.
But there's a Atalanta target too.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, it just looks like
Let me see where that is. Hold
could
on.
be.
really
port.
committed over here.
I can come back and try to
Yeah.
the other way.
That is so cool.
I find like navigating with the ROV is when you forgot your flashlight and you just did a bunch of bushwhacking through the forest and you only have your phone to look and everything looks so different and the trails don't look the same and it's just wild. Then it's daylight, you're like, oh, that's where it is.
How did I miss that?
Yeah.
A little bit further. It's 90 meters to whatever direction that is once we get there.
But I think either way,
Okay, right there.
we're not going to
we
be
still
looking
getting
at
there?
anymore. We're just going to go straight for the survey.
Roger that.
That looks like a cork site.
Yeah. Did we get pings again on it? Okay. Well, that is what direction. That's going. We're going to cover that if we head east, so we'll at least have some reference if we do that.
Hey, Megan.
If that sounds reasonable.
Should we? Yeah, that sounds reasonable. Ready,
Okay.
thanks.
All right, so why don't you face west?
West.
Yeah,
Roger.
need some reference here. I do want you to do the auto XY, but are we still having that weird drift problem?
Nope.
Okay, because Gabby and Trevor were unconvinced that that has been resolved.
It hasn't, but...
but you're not experiencing it.
It was fine this morning.
Okay.
So that'd be kind of wild if we, if everything's off, like kind of towards the northwest. That means we were poking around way down here.
Point Atalanta west. We'll get our ducks in a row.
Like
have we started the survey?
The map's
No,
offset
not
and we're
yet.
like
Okay.
here.
I'm taking a coordinate now.
That means
Thanks, Rennie.
all the stuff is towards the northwest, which it kind of looks like.
Yeah.
Found some new ones then.
Hmm?
We've been sampling some random stuff.
Well, we did find a teeny little baby vent that we marked.
I saw that one, yeah.
Yeah.
This little guy.
Okay, let me know when you have that coordinate.
I got it, thank you.
Sure. Alright, let me just get to... That's not west.
It's coming.
Yeah, and then we will, just as a reminder, we'll want to make sure that we are staying about 30 meters off the bottom, trying to maintain steady altitude.
Yeah, we kind of tuned that earlier. I spent like
Nice.
an hour
On the
just tweaking
when we were driving.
all sorts of stuff. Yeah.
We did a
It was kind of flat bottom, so we were just
we did 1.6 kilometer transect with Norbit earlier today.
Yeah, I'll be interested to check that out.
All right, that is...
I gridded the cell size that we'll see a bit tighter.
Wow, that is amazing how it just shows the topography like that.
Yeah, once the voxels come on, they'll obscure it a little bit, but we'll see what we can get. Okay, whenever
west.
you're ready.
I'm gonna just get out in front, I think of...
Well, I want to start before you get out in front, I think.
All right.
Just so I can get... All right, so now I'm recording, and then let me take a look at how far we'd like to go.
So it started?
We've now started recording, yep.
Great.
So Katie online is confirming that where we sampled with the gas tight is dead dog.
Okay.
Bend.
Yeah, I mean, it could be that this map is not, you know, if it doesn't have the relative, that other vent that's supposed to be to the southeast of it, then the map may be off.
Ah, you can even see that pole we looked at.
Well, let's just, based on the width of this thing, let's start by going, I don't know, 300 meters to the west. We'll see what kind of coverage we get.
Roger.
Bridge, nav. Good morning, Flavio. Can we step 300 meters, 300 meters, bearing west, speed 0.5? Thank you. How fast did you guys go? When?
We were going 0.3 with the ship. 0.3.
I thought we were doing 0.5.
Oh, we sped it up. Yeah, towards the end.
How'd that? Was that okay?
It was okay.
Felt
Yeah.
all right?
Yeah.
Okay. See when these voxels kick in. Yeah, so that's cool. Well, this is like the resolution that we'll see once we make the map, but this will soon turn to some voxels that I think I can might be able to visualize them as not the boxes. Sometimes.
Yeah, you can click off.
They're small enough. That's fine.
Oh yeah.
This is so cool.
Oh, did you make the size smaller?
Yeah, I made them
nice.
0.25
Yeah, that's much
meters. Better. Yeah, which that would not have been good at that other event site, but here I think we can afford it. It won't like crash or anything.
That looks like that post that we went by.
That we will be approaching that and mapping over. So this could be something else, or it might just be some stray pings, because I really have the swath like wide open, erring on the side of just cutting that data out later if it's bad, but trying to get anything good as wide as we can, just because, you know, we're limited on time and don't know where anything is quite. Like there's a feature down here.
Oh yeah, that looks good.
But
Slowing down.
it's hard to say what that is.
We'll just have to wait. What's your kind of swath width right now?
I think it was like 100 meters
over 100
on either
meters,
side.
yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good.
So we'll cover a decent area. So your heading's oscillating a bit.
Yeah, I've slowed down,
Okay.
and we're kind of getting tugged. So
Oh, okay.
I got a little
That's right.
out ahead to start.
Sorry, you could drop down a little if you want to stop the heading oscillation.
I'll just, oh wait, what am I doing here?
I can come down on Atalanta.
Just a little, until we get moving.
It's okay, it's nice and tall here.
I will
That
just...
makes See how much better it looks and easier it is when we're not at like these billowing active venting sites, which is the ones we want to map, you know.
Yeah.
But this is kind of like what our test bed was working kind of like this, and you can really see quite a lot.
That screen, this is, it is called Rossbrock, I think.
Yes. I think I want to tell K2 to put these lights on this side, so then you can like still visualize them a little bit.
Still visualize it. Oh,
like
yeah.
These lights, because I keep neurotically checking that we're still recording, but. Yeah, I mean, this site down to the south is promising. Why don't I just maybe measure that out? I'm not going to be able, because I'm sitting here, to be turning over a map too quick. I guess, well, we can drive on Norbit. That'll be fine. Never mind.
It's about 100 meters, right?
Yeah, let's see. And also the measure tool doesn't give bearing, which is frustrating.
Yeah, it also sometimes crashes the harvest.
90 meters, and then a little bit back from where you started. I'll mark a tentative target in high pack. So 90 meters out. So that's close. Oh, that's the small vent that you have noted here. That was not dead dog, just a small vent. So.
Dead dog is directly in front of us.
Roger.
Just kind of waiting.
Yeah. What kind of other things can we do besides the cubes? We do the points. I kind of like the points better.
Me too.
All right, points it is.
I think K2 was saying the points can be a lot or something. I don't know.
Are they going to crash it? I mean, the points should be gridded. Yeah. Yeah. So theoretically, the points would be no different than the cubes. But if he's saying that they're going to...
I don't know. I forget what he was saying. Something about why he doesn't use the points as often.
Because he likes his voxels.
Could be. Minecraft world. I'm a points guy.
Oh, can you also put the odometry on?
Do you want that?
So I can see if little arrows. Yeah.
Odometry on, and
oh, you can also put a grid map on it.
Water column is unnecessary. It's not going to give us. What do you want? The grid?
So you can put the grid, and then you can, if you do the drop down, you can change the grid size to like 10 meters or something. So that way you get like boxes. So you can see the distance to things. Is it not doing it?
It's unhappy.
Oh, did it just crash it? It crashed it.
What crashed it? It just says it's waiting.
Oh, there we go.
Odometry.
Maybe odometry. Why does it keep giving an error? Grid map. Show grid lines.
Is that the one? Oh no, I did grid, not grid map. Sorry.
Okay. Let's keep. Okay.
Grid,
Keeps
grid
crashing.
crashing.
All right. Don't touch grid map. Got it. Roger.
I forgot. There's a grid and a grid map.
All right. Atalanta should start moving soon. It's got a little bit. I don't know if you want to go slow. So grid.
Yeah.
And then. But I don't see it.
Oh, what did I do? I like changed the frame or something. What did I do? Can't remember.
Yeah. Let me check. We're still recording, always.
Okay, starting to move forward.
Okay. Man, that's quite a lot of heading oscillation. Is that just the autos kind of do that? It's probably, like you said, it's obscured when we're moving, but I see it a lot when we're just standing still. All right, there's your odometry vectors, which shouldn't matter too much when you're in auto. Oh man, this is what I'm saying. That's supposed to be a straight line that you just drew on auto. It's not quite right.
Oh, I adjusted the heading. Midway, I was
cool.
the heading was trending this way.
Okay,
so
got
I
it,
just
yeah.
wanted to bring it back there. I didn't have it quite
Right,
west.
there's some kind of like divot crater thing here. Sorry, I'm gonna be very annoying with this thing.
It's like a mapper's dream.
Yeah. What do we got in the water column over there that's messing up my data? Something. It's rejecting those properly, but I don't know. There's not a lot you can do here. It looks like there's a lot you can do, but there's really not.
No, yeah.
It's deceiving.
Oh, there's another little bump on the right.
This stuff here?
No, just like part of this crater you're talking about.
Oh yeah, this here?
That's looking a little steeper, like more relevant.
Yeah, definitely. That looks pretty significant.
Yeah, that looks like it's got something on the tip of it.
Yeah. Certainly be cool.
And that one, I don't think that one's on the map either, compared to where Dead Dog should be.
Okay. So this is 25 meters to starboard. Let me just quickly note that. So that's where we
there's
have
a hole there, eh? On your Norbit, off to the starboard side.
I'm
Well, that looks like
octopus arms right now. Give me a second.
Where are you looking, Dirk?
Just in here, there's a few divots, like pockets, pockmarks, or whatever you call these.
Oh.
Over there. Looks interesting.
But there's, like, all of these here are boreholes that were drilled, right?
Yeah.
So all of them
they should all
would have some kind of pop
yeah,
mark,
there's a little
think.
hill. I wonder if that's the cork or something, right? Like, that's a pretty steep structure.
Kind of in the wrong direction, though.
It is
the
in
cork
the
is more a funnel, and that's more.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
I don't know if you'll get that level of detail, but that does look like a...
We've got something there.
Yeah, and it combined with all those pock marks on the sides behind it, it looks like
these.
yeah, those dimples.
You want your squawker, Steve?
Your squawker.
Huh? Or you need more hands?
Yeah, but that is off in the wrong direction. But we've seen this before where the nav is offset substantially. Although this is quite substantially.
Well, Steve, didn't you say this was...
He's not on comms right now, right?
I thought he said that this was Lorraine C.
He did.
But then, I mean, the local map, depending on what their methods were, should be at least relative to each other. But I don't know, if you weren't finding that, then it's kind of starts to...
Because this is looking, right. I mean, if that is a borehole, that's like...
Have we reached the dead dog
just north of it, right? North
site on HiPAC yet? The one that we found?
Where are you pointing?
Almost there.
The cork is where, right here, somewhere?
It's G, I think, right? This one right here.
So if we're here...
So I noted those kind of targets
over here. I think we're probably down here, looking over top of this hill, and then the cork's kind of in behind.
Right. The ship is about halfway through that 300-meter move.
Katie reminds us that the map that we have is on paper is from the 1900s.
Yeah.
1990s.
That's so.
I mean, it's looking.
But I don't know what their means of like their relative positioning. Like obviously the lat long is like you can throw that out the window, but but like what they were doing to kind of get a local idea. Okay, yeah, so that is what you guys found as dead dog. Or have I've labeled as, it's on just this right here. This big, big thing.
That seems to check.
Yeah.
Too bad there's only one
and it is, Dirk, it is G that has the cork.
Yeah.
That has the actual steel in it, which
it's
on here is, here's the mound, here's G.
Yeah, but like if you look on this one, here's the big mound.
Should I drive based off of my USBL pings or
here's
just
the
follow
big
DVL?
mound. Geez, even though this is dead dog, it could be Chowder Hill that we're
in this situation.
That's that we're seeing.
What do you mean by drive by?
So like,
so it could just be one mound
if
over.
my
so
USBL starts to track out
for
this
all
way,
the other things,
my DVL is gonna.
They were just off. They started.
They were off by a
I
mound.
would just keep the DVL. Just keep driving that, but unless the USBLs where you actually are in relation to Atlanta, so if you need to for vehicle driving purposes.
That's why we'll do the grid.
Then yes.
Well, this is like, so we're just going to have so many theories on the way, and then by the end it's like, oh wow, we were wrong from the start.
Yeah, the Norbit. It's just kind of
it's kind of cheating.
Tells the truth. Unfortunately.
It's so cool.
For better or for worse. Yeah, so whatever we're picking up the vent fluid, pings off the vent fluid, and then it seems to be also at the top as well.
Yeah, so this is the one we sampled. Is that what you were saying? That's where we took the gas tights, right on this one?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't here.
But this one that we're above looks like there's that structure off to the right, like something that could be a cork or something.
It was dead dog that we surveyed at.
Yeah, so that's...
Or we at least labeled it dead dog.
Yeah, we labeled it dead dog, but so that was it. It could be Chowder Hill.
Yeah.
Katie thought it was, looked like definitely dead dog.
Yeah.
But, they grow and we knocked it over, so it looks different now. So.
For my reference when I'm editing this, was there a tall structure there, or was that vent fluid?
There's a vent. There's a tall vent there.
Okay, so that...
No.